Well, today we have assembled here. I have invited you to sit with me because I want to know what you studied in science in the last science class. Can you tell me what you studied?
Disease and its causes.
Oh, you studied about the diseases and the causes why a person acquires diseases, gets diseases.
Yes.
Uh, can you tell me the lesson, what the topic of the lesson was?
We exactly read about why do we fall ill.
Why do we
Fall ill.
fall ill? Yes. It means you studied the reasons or the causes that lead to a person falling sick.
Yes.
है ना? So, can you explain what you studied in the previous class? Any one of you, Afrin, can you say something about the things that you studied in the previous science class?
Yes, why not? As we know that cell is the structural and fundamental unit of life.
Right.
Cell is made up of various chemical substances like carbohydrates, protein, fats or lipids and so on.
Right.
Cell is continuously moving from place to place. Similarly, our body organism carries various specific activities like our heart pumps the blood, our lungs exchange the gases and our kidney filters the blood. If our kidneys don't filter the blood, so the poisonous things will accumulate in our body.
Right.
Then our brain will not able to think properly. And when our brain will not able to think properly, so we are not able to do anything because brain is very important part for our body. Now, health. What is health? Health means a person is well-being by physically, mentally and socially. Means a healthy person is good by physically, mentally and socially. They have positive outlook. Don't think that health and diseases are same. These are different. Health is different and diseases are different. For maintaining a healthy life cycle, we need a balanced and varied diet, need exercise, live in a regular and proper shelter and get enough sleep. For maintaining a good hygiene also reduces the chances of developing infection.
Okay.
Now disease. A disease is usually or regularly indicates by malfunction of the body. Symptoms of disease may be physical, mental or both.
Correct.
Our health is not only affected by unbalanced diet, it is also affected by diseases causing organism which may be waterborne, airborne and foodborne.
True.
Some diseases are caused through infections like microorganisms, parasites, insects. And some diseases are caused through microbes, germs and pathogens like bacteria, fungi, protozoa, nematodes and helminths and then enter in our body. So to prevent our body through infection, we need to keep our environment clean and good hygiene.
Oh, you very well said, Afrin, and you said that the human body, all the organisms are actually made up of cells, and the cells perform different functions, and if the cells are not able to perform their functions properly, that will lead to certain deformities and disabilities in different organs. And you gave the example of kidney. If the kidney is not functioning well, the brain will be affected and the brain will not start functioning well. So there will be the diseases. You very well said that there are some pathogens like viruses, bacteria, nematodes, fungi, etc. that are responsible for various diseases. And you also said that being healthy is different from being free from illness. Being healthy is different from being free from diseases, right? Very, very good point. Being healthy is not only the physical condition, but it is also the mental and social condition of a person. And when all these conditions are proper, are in order, then the person can be called healthy. Very well. Can any one of you say what else you studied in the lesson?
Yes, sir.
You, okay. Please start. Adnan, please.
The personal health of an individual is totally depend on well-being, socially well-being.
The personal health of a person depends upon, you want to say, okay.
Depends upon socially well-being, physical health, and social environment.
Right.
The health of all organisms depend upon the environment.
Mm. Upon the nutrients or their.
The health of all organisms depend on environment. Human beings live in society. Our social environment therefore play an important role in our individual.
Yeah, but social environment actually plays
Plays-
very important role. Yeah, you said well.
plays important role in our individual health. Our physical health is decided by our social environment.
Mm.
What would happen if there is no one take responsibility to clean environment?
Mm.
Then a lots of garbage will be accumulate on the side of the road and
A lot of garbage will accumulate. You want to say will accumulate
yes,
on the roadside.
yes, sir.
When people do not take responsibility of keeping the environment clean. You wanted to say this, right? Okay, carry on.
So a lots of garbage will be accumulate on the side of the road. Then this may the causes of diseases. So public cleanliness is an important topic for
Important factor.
important factor for individual health.
Hmm.
Now I would like to differentiate between healthy and physically well-being.
Very good.
Well, being healthy means that you are well physically, socially, mentally.
Right.
Whereas being disease-free means that you are not healthy because you may suffer socially. For example, be unwilling to interact with others.
Being free from disease also means being healthy. Na? Person is healthy if he is free from disease. Okay, carry on. Yeah.
For example, be unwilling to interact with others.
Mhm.
Whereas disease only refer to physical health.
Right. You are right.
Now I would like to tell about the condition necessary for good health.
Right.
The condition necessary for good health are balanced diet,
Mm.
exercise,
Correct.
social equality and harmony,
Right.
exercise.
Very good.
I would like to tell about some topics briefly.
Mm.
So, social equality and harmony.
Mm.
We need to be happy in order to be truly healthy.
Right.
We need to be happy in order to be truly healthy. If we mistreat each other or not interact with each other properly, then the person will be not happy and it's also influence our health.
Correct.
So social equality and harmony very necessary for our individual health and society. So my second point is about balanced diet. A balanced diet is a diet in which all the components required for good health are present in appropriate proportion and
Right.
appropriate proportion and nutrients. Balanced diet is a diet in which all kind of food contain in proportion and
Right, you said well that a balanced diet is the diet in which all the nutrients that are required for sound health are present in that food. That will be balanced diet. Yeah, correct.
balanced diet should contain all kind of food in certain quality and proportion that are nutrients just such as vitamins, minerals and other things,
Carbohydrates,
Carbohydrates.
proteins, etc. Yeah.
etc.
Mm.
So my third point is about clean water.
Mm.
clean water is also very important for our individual health. If we think there is a lots of clean water, the government supply in our society and our cities. But in somewhere in the village, the contaminated water supplied. That's why a lots of casualties were happen over there, and this is also influence our health, and this also causes a lots of diseases such as influenza, typhoid, diarrhea, etc. That's it.
Very good. Means you gave the example of the environment,
Yes.
how the environment of a person affects the health of a person, and results in the person falling ill. Yeah, you said that if the water in a locality is contaminated and the people of that area are using that contaminated water, there are chances that the water may contain bacteria, and the people may fall ill and they may have cholera, diarrhea, etc. This is what you wanted to say. What else? Can you say something?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
I would like to tell about disease and its causes.
Right.
Disease. A disease is a condition which deteriorates the normal functioning of cells, tissues, and organs.
Very good. Very good.
Occasionally, human health get negatively affected due to the physiological malfunctioning, psychological reasons, or
right.
pathogenic disease
Very good.
causing organisms.
Correct.
The term disease means dis-ease. Ease means comfort, or without ease or discomfort.
Right. Very
Disease
good.
can be
Such
defined-
a good definition you had. This is, you say, yeah.
Yes.
This means absence of ease,
Ease.
comfort. Means absence of ease or absence of comfort is the disease. Very good, very well defined, mashallah.
Disease can also be defined as impairment, malfunctioning at the normal state of the living organism that disturbs or modifies the performance of vital functions.
Correct.
Disease may be response to environmental factors as malfunctioning, industrial hazard, climates,
Correct.
specific activity, infective agents
Mm-hmm.
as worm, protozoans, fungi, bacteria, viruses, inherent defects of the organism as genetic anomalies,
Right.
combination of disease factors. Now I will tell about source of disease.
Correct.
Intrinsic or internal factor.
Yeah.
The disease causing factor which exists within the human body are called intrinsic factor. The important intrinsic factor which affect human health are the following: malfunctioning or improper functioning of various body parts such as heart, kidneys, and liver, etc. Genetic disorder, hormonal imbalances,
Right.
malfunctioning of immune system of
Right.
body.
Right.
Now I will tell about disease. Disease due to the hypersecretion and hyposecretion.
Mashallah.
First of all, what is hypersecretion and hyposecretion?
Hyposecretion. Yeah.
Hypersecretion, when an excess of one or more hormones are secreted from a gland, is called hypersecretion.
Right. Very good.
And hyposecretion, when an excess amount of that is realized is too low, is called hyposecretion.
Excess amount of the amount
Excess
of
amount of hormone
Ah.
that is realized is too low is called hyposecretion.
Excess amount of is too low. No. When the excess amount of hormone is secreted, it is hypersecretion. If the amount of hormone secreted is very low, it is hyposecretion.
Yes, sir. So grave diseases are level of hypersecretion due to the thyroid hormones, and addiction diseases level of hyposecretion due to the aldosterone, and diabetes mellitus are also hyposecretion due to the insulin.
You wanted to say that what disease you said?
Diabetes
The
mellitus,
first disease you said.
Graves disease.
Graves disease. Graves disease occurs due to hypersecretion of thyroid hormone. And then you said about hyposecretion of aldosterone that causes what disease?
Thyroid.
Yeah,
Thyroid.
not thyroid, that is over. Hyposecretion of aldosterone leads to what condition?
Diabetes.
No.
Aldosterone.
Hyposecretion of aldosterone leads to. You see what is written there? Aldosterone, hyposecretion of aldosterone leads to
Addison's disease.
Addison's disease. Then. And hyposecretion of what? Hyposecretion of insulin. Insulin is a hormone.
Yes.
No.
What is it?
Hormone.
Yeah, it is a hormone.
Insulin is a hormone.
Yeah. And hyposecretion means less amount of insulin is secreted in the body than required. It will lead to a condition called diabetes mellitus. Yeah? Carry on.
The disease caused by intrinsic source called organic and metabolic disease. Some of the diseases caused by intrinsic resource or factor are cardiac failure, means heart failure, kidney failure, and myopia.
It's all right. You explained well. I would like you to prepare in a better way and study hard. You need to work very hard, Tabish. And I can see that most of the times you are not able to explain properly the things as they are explaining. So you should work very hard. He was telling about the intrinsic factors that lead to diseases. There must be some extrinsic or external factors also.
Yes.
That may not be there in the body but in the environment or outside. So those factors, what are those factors? Can any one of you explain?
Yes.
Okay, try.
External and extrinsic factor. The disease causing pathogens, external agents which enter the human body from outside are called external agent.
Right.
The disease causing pathogens which upset the human body like inadequate and unhealthy diet,
Right.
smoking, tobacco and narcotics drugs, environmental pollution, and last one is the microorganism like virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoa and helminths and worms. It's entered the human body from outside by soil, food, water, physical contact and
Right.
sexual contact and etc.
Yeah.
And the second is inadequate diet.
Inadequate diet.
Inadequate diet.
Yeah.
When we take inadequate diet, inadequate diet means when we don't take nutritious food in our daily life, then we will become weak. When we become weak, some disease will attack on our body like AIDS, polio, and etc.
Correct.
And the third is environmental pollution.
Yeah.
In our environment there is many type of harmful gases which mixed with the air that we inhale, and some small particle which we do not see with naked eyes, which we inhale in our body. It harm on our lungs and our lungs are become
Lungs become weak.
and cause some diseases like lung failure and asthma, and difficulties in breathness.
Breathing, yeah.
And the last one is smoking, tobacco, and alcoholism.
Yeah.
When we take alcohol, tobacco, and smoke regularly, our body become weak, and many type of disease will cause in our body, like lungs failure, kidney failure, heart attack, and mouth cancer, and
Yeah.
etc.
Very good, very good, very well explained. And I think you explained the factors that are outside the body of a person which influence the body and lead to the body or the person falling ill. Yeah,
Yes.
you said that there are certain pathogens like bacteria, viruses, nematodes, helminthes, etc., that lead to certain diseases. And you raised one very important point that not only the viruses and bacteria, but there are certain other things like alcohol, tobacco. They are the factors that cause diseases to the people. If we get habituated of using tobacco or using alcohol, chances are that these things will affect certain parts of our body, like tobacco will affect the lungs. Use of alcohol will affect kidneys or mainly kidneys. And the part that is affected by alcohol or tobacco will not be able to perform function properly. And if that does not perform function properly, there will be conditions like breathlessness, etc. You will not be able to breathe properly. That will lead to diseases like asthma and many other diseases, bronchitis, etc. Even the lungs failure or kidney failure may happen due to excessive use of tobacco or alcohol. So we should keep in the mind that we should never use tobacco and we should not at all use alcohol in the life. In Islam, alcohol is prohibited also.
Yes.
Right. So I think we have gone through many things related to the topic that you studied in the previous class. Anything else is left? Or you didn't say anything? Aisha, would you like to say something?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Levels of immediate causes and types of diseases.
Yeah,
In levels of immediate causes, there are three types.
right.
Immediate causes, second level causes, and third level causes.
Yeah,
In immediate causes, diseases are caused by virus or pathogens such as bacteria, fungi, and so on.
yeah,
And in second level causes, lack of good nourishment. And in third level causes, people are suffering from poverty. These people are forcibly living in unclean society,
Yeah.
means garbage society,
correct.
and drink unclean water.
Right.
Genetic difference or poor nourishment are contributory causes of the diseases.
Right.
Now I am going to tell about types of diseases.
Hmm.
According to time period, there are two types of diseases: acute diseases and chronic diseases.
Correct. Very good.
In acute
Acquired diseases.
No, sir.
Acute and chronic, you want to say, right?
Acute diseases happen
Yeah.
in short period of time, and chronic
The onset of the disease is very fast. You wanted to say, yeah, na?
and in chronic diseases happen in long period of time.
Right. Yeah.
The types of diseases are mainly two types: congenital diseases and acquired diseases.
Very good. Very good.
Congenital diseases happen during the birth of child.
Diseases that are inherited by a person by birth from the parents. Yeah.
And in acquired diseases happen in course of life.
Yeah. That are acquired in the course of life by a person.
Yes, sir.
They are acquired diseases. Well.
In acquired diseases, there are two types: communicable or infectious diseases,
Right.
or non-communicable or non-infectious diseases.
Very good. Very good.
First is communicable diseases. Diseases are caused by virus pathogens such as virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and so on.
Right.
Infectious diseases can pass from diseased person to another diseased people.
Another healthy person.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
By physical contact, water, air, food, and insects, etc.
Correct.
Non-infectious diseases are not caused by biological agents or pathogens.
Right.
And these disease are cannot pass from diseased person to healthy person.
Right.
The non-infectious diseases are caused by many ways, like lack of essential substance in our lack of good nourishment.
Right.
Lack of essential substance which is present in our diet, such as protein, vitamin, and minerals.
True. Very
and
good.
so on.
Very good.
And second is degenerative.
Degenerative.
Yes, degenerative tissues in old age.
In old age, actually, what happens that the tissues start degenerating.
Yes,
So degeneration of tissues is also a cause of disease.
yes, sir. Metabolic disorder or injury or damage in any part of our body.
Yeah, true.
That's all.
Yeah, very good. All of you have tried well, and I am happy that you are able to explain the things. And but there is no end to learning. Yeah, we should continuously try to improve learning. I think today you must have got the way how you should practice studying the lesson, how you should understand the lesson that you study in the classroom, and I'm happy that you have tried very well. The next time I would like you to improve further and show better performance. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. You can go now.
Thank you, sir.
मेरे सूफा स्मार्ट स्कूल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। मेरे सूफा स्मार्ट स्कूल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए।